Hello there, and welcome back to Jediism 101, where we have been talking about the makings of a Jedi realist in the normal world. And as we've mentioned in previous videos, that a Jedi realist is a person who has looked at the Jedi of the Star Wars universe, be it the movies, the comics, the books, the video games, uh, the TV series, what have you, and has decided that that might actually be a decent way to live. So, and then temples have come and go. Some people are even, solo Jedi, just trying to live the best way of that belief system that they can. And what we've been working on now is called the Vows of the Jedi. And I do apologize for turning my head to read this, working on a different setup this morning. So, we are now on the Vow of Humility. This reads thusly: A Jedi is no better or more important than anyone else. A Jedi must always be mindful of their attitudes and self image, that they do not become boastful or prideful in either their abilities or beliefs. Humility enables a Jedi to approach others and life in a receptive manner and allows the Jedi to accomplish their goals unobtrusively. A humble person is easier to accept and far less threatening than a braggart. So, in unpacking that, there's no problem with having pride in what you do. Let me preface all of this by saying you should be proud of your accomplishments. You should be proud of things that you can get done, proud of some of your abilities. No issues with that whatsoever. But being humble about it means that you are not telling every person about your accomplishments. Hopefully those accomplishments are seen by others, and then of course they will congratulate you on that type of stuff. But you know, in my personal life, they I hate when job interviews and such like that say, "Hey, brag about yourself." I'm like, not really my thing. Now I might throw a couple of things in there about say, "No, I've been doing this for years. I know how this works. That's easy enough." I might throw that in there time and here or there, but I know better than to just blitz about everything I know how to do, and put that out there. A humble person is ready to receive other things. They're not being the know-it-all. They're not being the, they may very well be the smartest person in the room, but they're not letting people know that they're the smartest people in the room, because if you have to tell people you're the smartest person in the room, let me tell you, you're not the smartest person in the room. But so when we look at this vow, we take an inward look at ourselves and just say, no, this is part of my job. Nope, this is just what I do. This is how I operate. This is, now where this comes in negatively, where this might be a problem is it makes it really hard to take a compliment sometimes. I'm guilty of that. So because as much as I want to advance myself, at the same time I don't feel I need to shout it from the rafters when I do something. I want to be recognized, but I don't need everybody else shouting it from the rafters for me. Although this doesn't get me as far in life, I suppose, because well, that means no one's really, you know, that means nobody's actually text messaging me in the middle of my videos, but that's okay. It happens. Welcome to social media. So, you know, being humble, also is, not taking credit for the things that you do, but saying, hey, it's a team effort. This is what we all do. Just making sure, though, that you're not being taken advantage of while you're working with this team and getting other things done. I believe that humility it's a tough road, especially in a world that is kind of a meritocracy. You have to, you have to show your abilities. You have to kind of brag them up a little bit, otherwise nobody notices you. And that is a little bit difficult road to track and try to narrow. It's a narrow rope to cross the chasm with. Let's put it that way. Can it be done? Of course it can. Is it easy to do? No, but if this was easy, everybody would do it. Do I think that more people should be more humble about what they have, what they can do? Of course. And I think that would allow for social circles and group gatherings to be less stressful, because you got the one guy in the corner shouting about how awesome he is, or she, um, and then you got the guy who actually is probably the hardest worker in the office sitting in the corner drinking a soda, going, "Uh huh," you know. But you also don't want to be confrontational about that kind of thing. So I'm like, no, no, let him have his 10 seconds of fame, and hopefully that everybody in the office, in the group, in the team, whatever, knows who the actual workhorse actually really is. So, best you can do, be humble about yourself and your accomplishments. Be proud of them. Never, never, never not be proud of what you can do. But, you know, pride is a self thing. You can be proud, you can beam about it, you can say, yes, I finally did it. But, yeah, broadcasting it, not necessary. All right, folks, I'm going to leave this video here. It's a little shorter than normal. So, as always, make sure that you drink more water, eat clean food, get some activity in, get some fresh air in for the outside. Make sure that you are kind to animals, kind to the environment, kind to the people that you meet outside, because they're fighting battles you don't know about and you don't want to be part of the problem. And always make sure that you are kind to yourself. Till next time, everybody, may the Force be with you.